Hi, I'm Dia. On June 22nd, I started my 1M1B journey. I was assigned to the healthcare team in Turpatalu, which focused on the healthcare of fishermen in that area. Turpatalu is located in the West Godavari district in Andhra Pradesh, so I did my research on the demographics and the weather conditions. But unfortunately, I couldn't find a lot of information. There wasn't much about it on the internet, and the information I could collect that was from 2011. So I wasn't really sure how reliable that information was or how accurate it was. So when the program started and we were all in our groups, the first activity we did as a group was present all the information that we could collect. And I'd say about 95% of our information was the same, except for one of my team members who was able to collect information about the healthcare structure in that village. And in addition to that, we also found out that the nearest hospital was in Narsapur, which is 15 kilometers away, and that there are generally two types of doctors that the people go to over there. That is the RMP doctors and the ASHA workers. So with all that information in mind, we had our first customer interview with Mr. John, one of our on-ground team members, and he informed us about the current situation in Turpatadu. He mostly emphasized on the fact that the community members are daily wage workers, so they cannot afford the 15-kilometer travel to Narsapur and then wait for an entire day in a long queue at the hospital. And then he also said that the water they consume is not always clean, but they have no other choice because they do not have another alternate water source. After the call, we jotted down our understandings and our ideas in an ideation template, which helped us organize our thoughts, and it also helped us narrow down on two possible solutions. First one being awareness sessions that focus on the prevalent health issues in the community through a minimum of about 35 customer interviews with the village president, the on-ground team, and a few community members. We decided to focus on three issues that we believed were the root cause of the multiple health issues in the community, and those were substance abuse, cardiac health, and waterborne diseases. With these three modules already up and running, we decided to highlight women's health and have now completed a menstrual health module as well. To ensure that these modules are as effective as possible, we hired two community members who go through the modules beforehand, and they give us their opinions on it as well as understand the content that we are trying to put forward. After we made changes, after the discussion we have with the community members, these videos are sent to the village, and these two community members or interns we hired will monitor the sessions and answer any questions that the community members and the attendees may have during the session. Secondly, to measure the impact that our modules have made, we came up with two indicators: direct and indirect indicators. Direct indicators include pre- and post-session feedback, and indirect indicators include monthly disease incidence rates. Our second solution is a charcoal water filter designed by an NGO called Eco Solution. The customer interviews opened our eyes to the grim reality of the water situation in Turpatalu. We found out that there are two water outlets in Turpatalu that are open for 45 minutes every 2 days. And in this short period of time, villagers are expected to collect all the water that they need. Obviously, this isn't possible. So we sent water samples from a nearby water source to a lab to help assess current impurities in the water. And this is where the charcoal water filter helps. The water filter clears up most of the water from the nearby water source that we chose, and it even adds beneficial minerals. In addition, we are also supplying 500 kilograms of aluminum sulfate rocks, which help with the coagulation of silt in the water. These rocks are meant for general purposes like bathing and washing clothes to ensure proper hygiene. Another major issue we noticed was malnutrition rates. The bane of child and maternal malnutrition is responsible for 15% of India's total disease burden. So we have an AI model in the works that uses image recognition to differentiate between healthy and malnourished children. We made our own dataset of 110 images, which will be augmented, and using teachable machine to train the model, we will make an app available to the local doctors to use on ground. Of course, none of this would have been possible without Mark Sir's help on building a sustainable and simple business plan and structure, Elizabeth's views on different social media platforms and how to make the best of each of them, Sudesh's advice on systems thinking that helped us further identify all the stakeholders involved in our project, and to also look at the bigger picture that each small step that we take contributes to. And of course, Swati ma'am's mentorship and guidance from day one, and Maan and Safa and Nuji for keeping us all motivated for every session. Project Auxilia wouldn't be possible without any of them, so I would like to thank from the bottom of my heart all of them for giving me this opportunity to impact the lives of so many people. To support us, you can visit our website www.projectauxilia.com. For more information, you can follow us on @project_auxilia on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Thank you.